everyone, and welcome to episode 45 of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. I'm your host, Cynthia McNulty.
And I'm Audrey Fannin, your producer.
Yay! In this episode, we will be discussing the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. But first, I have a new Astro Tarot spread for the autumn equinox. That's a good one to see what you need to prune or what you need to give a little love for to have your seeds manifest before the winter solstice and the time of reflection. And also, for all you October birthdays out there, now is the time to order your solar returns. You can find all that information on my website under current promotions. So, I know I've been getting feedback and questions from everyone out there. Yeah, you've heard the buzz on social media. Eclipse season is back. This month, the two eclipses are happening in October. Now, eclipses always arrive in pairs with a solar and lunar eclipse. It's basically showing the different sides to the same problem. It's like when you have A side and B side on a 45, which now I've dated myself.
I was going to say.
Because I don't know if anybody plays records anymore, but back in my day, you got the 45 with two songs, and the A side was always the real popular song that made the charts, and the other side was still a good song, but not as popular. So you got a musical history lesson out there now, guys. There you go. So the first eclipse that we'll be dealing with this month is the new moon solar eclipse. It's also called, you'll see it or hear it, called the Ring of Fire. And that's going to be tomorrow, October 14th. And the second eclipse is a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, yay Audrey, on October 28th, which I find funny. That's my wedding anniversary. There's an eclipse on my wedding anniversary, so I have to let Mr. McNulty know. He'll get a kick out of that. So about this Ring of Fire eclipse. Now what that is when a solar eclipse occurs, the moon moves between the sun and the earth, and it casts a shadow that blocks the sun's light. So this upcoming eclipse is only a partial eclipse, and it's causing the moon to leave a faint circle of light visible, creating a vibrant halo effect. It will be visible across 8 states in the U.S. from Oregon to Texas, according to NASA. If you don't live in the direct viewing path of the Ring of Fire, you're lucky because the event is going to be live streamed for free online. Now, and this is very, very important, it's unsafe to stare directly at the sun at any time, especially during the eclipse. Now, you can visit the American Astronomical Society website for safety guidelines for viewing the solar eclipse.
And, you also might want to see if there's an astronomy club near you, because chances are they'll be holding an eclipse watch event. They'll have all the proper filters.
Right. Good point. And I do believe here in Winston-Salem, there is an astronomy club. So you might want to Google and see what you can find out. So now, astrologically, this Ring of Fire eclipse symbolizes transformation and a journey to a new state of being. Also, if any of you have birthdays around either of the eclipses, your year will bring a lot of change and transformation. It'll be a very, very important year for you. So solar eclipses are fate-changing alignments that bring fated endings, breakdowns, and breakthroughs. And Libra's harmonious and balanced spirit enhances these traits. So remember, Libra, our air sign Libra, it's a cardinal sign ruled by Venus, is the diplomat of the zodiac. Libra wants everybody to have a piece of pie. So if you're interested in a good mediator, find yourself a Libra, because they will be very fair in their judgment. So this month's solar eclipse marks the complete shift into the Aries-Libra eclipse cycle that will last until 2025. So this eclipse, as I said, this particular one is ruled by Venus in Virgo. When Venus connects to an eclipse, you can break free from the expectations other people place upon you. This month's solar eclipse is a moment for realizing your worth and asserting your demands, especially in romantic relationships. Use the energy of this new moon eclipse to reinforce your value. And a word about Venus in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. It's a mutable earth sign ruled by Mercury. So Virgo is the analytical earth sign because of that Mercury rulership. So when Venus is in Virgo, it's not about showy talk. It's not about, whispering sweet nothings. It's a very practical love. My husband's a Virgo, and he shows me he loves me by making sure I have gas in my car, making sure, I have air in my tires. Those hundreds of little household things that on the surface don't seem romantic, but really are, because it's a sign of this is his love language. This is how he takes care of me. It's very sweet. And I always have gas in my car, and I always have nice full tires. So, it's a win-win. Now, also with this eclipse, Pluto, which is now direct, is also active with the solar eclipse, which means there could be power struggles evolving. Pluto is about power, reclaiming power for ourselves. Are we giving our power away? These are questions that Pluto makes us ask ourselves. This power struggle could be with another person. However, it could be within ourselves too. We could have those arguments with ourselves about how we should move forward. We may struggle to let go of a relationship we know has served its time, or we may find ourselves playing a tug of war in our own minds about how to handle a certain situation or person. This eclipse is planting seeds for us. We may experience issues arising or notice themes in our relationships. We might find ourselves getting into a power struggle with someone. But there is also deep healing to be had. Healing that can help to mend our connections, how we relate to others, and how we choose to express our truth. This eclipse is powerful for standing in our light, asserting what we need, and letting those around us know how we can feel best supported. If we have been giving and giving, balance needs to be found. If we have been taking, balance needs to be found as well. There is a harmony that will result from this eclipse. We may feel caught off balance at first, but we are on the path to greater peace and self-acceptance. Now, I have some journal prompts for you to contemplate during this time. Things to reflect on during the Libra new moon solar eclipse. And one of the things to keep in mind is you're still dealing with new moon energy. You're still dealing with beginnings, with manifesting seeds, with making plans. So keep that in mind while you're thinking about the new moon Libra solar eclipse. So here's some journal prompts. What does we mean to me? Contemplate on the concept of partnership and its meaning in your life. How do you define the aspect of we? And what are your expectations for it? And then, what do I truly desire in a partner? Explore your deepest desires when it comes to relationships. What qualities, attributes, or characteristics are you seeking in a partner? Be specific and honest with yourself. So yeah, really think about that. I mean, if you want to share your life with someone, what are your deal breakers? What can you live with? And only you can answer that. Only you can. Am I ready to ask for what I want? That's hard. That's even hard, for me. And I'm old now. But, sometimes asking for what you need or what you want, it sounds selfish, sometimes petty. But if it's something we need or something we want, then it's not, and we need to be able to articulate that. So sometimes we hold back from expressing our true desires. Reflect on whether you're ready to step into your power and ask for what you want in your partnerships. Are you prepared to communicate your needs? And I know I've been talking about this from a romantic perspective, but also when we talk about partnerships, look at, business, work, there's other kinds of partnerships as well, not your traditional partnerships. Do you have a partnership with a work colleague? Is that working for you? Do you cover each other's back, or do you find yourself only covering for them? So keep in mind all your relationships when I talk about this. Then how can I embrace change and shifts in consciousness? Solar eclipses are known for ushering in transformation. Consider how you can embrace shifts in consciousness and be open to new beginnings in your relationships. And then finally, what do I need to illuminate in my life right now? Like the sun card in tarot, solar eclipses illuminate hidden aspects of our lives. What do you feel is currently obscured from your view? What revelations or insights might be waiting to emerge? And there's a few ways where you could really get to the heart of the matter. One would be an astro tarot reading for the equinox. That would help. Or a monthly or 3-month transit report. Let you know what kind of energy is coming your way. And all that information is on my website. And as always, if you have questions, email me and I will answer you. So email me at ezpodcast@yahoo.com. And I'm on Facebook as well. I'm very reachable. So pick your poison and get in touch with me. So that ends today's episode. Our next episode will be about the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. I hope you tune in. And remember, with astrology, you can chart your life's course.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Essential Zodiac Podcast. We have new episodes for you every other Friday on your favorite podcast platform. And you can also listen on the website, essentialzodiac.com. Just click on podcast in the top menu. While you're there, check out the many services Cindy offers. Like she said earlier, if you have a birthday near one of these eclipses, this would be a great time to get your solar return chart done. And I'm a longtime fan of the personalized daily transit forecast. It includes information about daily transits, retrograde planets, and astronomical events that may affect you. And it's all customized to your birth information. And reading it has become just part of my morning routine. You can stay connected in between episodes when you follow the Essential Zodiac on Facebook and X. This podcast is produced at Muddy Creek Studios.